New developments in the alleged cover-up involving the Erie County Sheriff's Office and Buffalo Police. We've reported how the sheriff's chief of narcotics, DJ Granville, is accused of being impaired when he crashed into 7 parked cars on Buffalo's west side late at night a year ago. Taxpayers paid for the damage he caused. Well, now Chief Granville is trying to get his police union to pay part of his legal expenses. Investigative Post reporting that members of the union voted to provide $25,000 toward paying Granville's attorneys, but this was only after he and his supporters took advantage of a lightly attended meeting on Tuesday of last week. An anonymous union member telling Investigative Post, quote, "This was an attempted hostile takeover of our PBA's democratic process by DJ Granville and a small group of his supporters." Geoff Kelly is associate editor at Investigative Post and has been covering the Granville story since the very beginning, since you broke it. This is really fascinating because I think I've heard from so many taxpayers who are upset that, they got on the hook for paying for the damage. And the union here is saying we shouldn't be paying for your legal expenses. You were off duty.
At least some of them.
Yeah.
In response to the vote taken at last Tuesday's meeting, apparently a group of union members, that is sheriff's officers, have started circulating a petition asking for a special meeting to reconsider this decision to provide $25,000 to provide for Granville's defense.
We know that Terry Connors, who is a high-profile local attorney, is representing DJ Granville in all this. We don't know if there will be any criminal charges at all, but he has retained counsel. And basically, what's his argument? That the PBA should pay for this even though he wasn't on duty?
Well, that's the big question, right? On duty, off duty, and there are bylaws, the union has bylaws that cover this, that say, like, this is an appropriate time for the union to provide defense funds, and this is not. If it's private behavior, it's not necessarily something that they would pay for. That's why they want to have a second meeting to make sure that they're not on the hook for this if they shouldn't be.
Because basically the rules here are you have to have so many members present to have a quorum. The allegation here is that Granville and several of his supporters showed up at a meeting where there weren't many other people.
And they know this. I'm told these meetings are fairly lightly attended. For a quorum, you only need 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you show up with a dozen of your closest friends, you can push a vote through.
So in terms of what happens next, you said they're circulating a petition. They hope to have another meeting soon, and that would essentially overrule what happened at the last one? Whenever
this petition is certified by the union's attorney, within 5 days of that, the special meeting is meant to occur. So it could happen in the next week or two.
And no response from DJ Granville's attorney to all
No.
this? Okay. All right. Geoff Kelly with Investigative Post. Great reporting as always, Geoff. Thanks.
My
Good to see
pleasure.
you.
Thanks.